Sampi, it feels like they're not in the same levels just yet as Saw, but they are going to be on the same level in this map. Matty's, he's the head of the spear here, moving through onto the side. Arrows, it's a quick kill, and he even gets a second one. Roman coming through from short. Everybody of Saw already there, looking to stomp this Patarly, but be alive if he stacks up there, and he does exactly that. Muturis, he manages to get one, brings it into a level head, but Savannah, he's just going to plant onto the B site, not going to be faked out, and Muturis, he still hasn't realized.
Yeah, this gets really weird. I mean, you hear this right now. If you're Savannah, you can already see he's already in spawn. Knows exactly what's going on. Muturis has to be loud about this because he doesn't have a kit. And yeah, I don't think there's a world in which he wins this. My thing's frozen. Okay, no, we're still alive. He's going to heaven. There's no time. We're back. It's fine. Everything's okay. Sampi, pretty decent pistol.
And it all came down to the alive, right? That he was able to get those 2 kills. Otherwise, winning the team, clearing out connector. Roman jumping over, and he's going to be that covering fire for Muturis. Smoke goes down. Roman swings wide of the MP9. Doesn't manage to get anything. The Deagle, however, does do well. Kaloo picked up by Tag. Nade in his pocket. Nicely provided, but Saw. That was unfortunate time, and otherwise Roman could have gotten at least a hit, but he still does that headshot on Tag. There's an Eagle of arrows. Can't get a second shot, though, and now you're stuck behind the truck. He'll go down, flattened underneath it. Jerks. It's not quite being held. He moves onto the site.
Or so where you've got 3 nades, you typically will drop them. I was going to say in towards Monster. Instead, they are on Arostos. What on earth is this setup?
Oh, well. A lot of kills before the MAC-10's being picked up. And the rest of the USPs. Sure, okay, nice. You get 1. Maybe you're able to pick up a MAC-10. If you get another kill, you're entirely happy about it. But with the way that it started off, well, even getting anything is a recovery at that point. But Sampi, they deal with him very nicely. Muturis, last man standing, and he also falls by the hands of Mattis. It's actually not bad that 1 MAC-10 does go down the drain. You're able to...
Definitely could have afforded the AWP though, so I wonder what the decision is. Maybe it can be a little bit more fluid on your rotations. Regardless, we are in the full gunny. And Arosdos open things up. Bloggist, that's a really big kill to find. As mentioned in the pre-show, he's that guy. Highest rated player for Sampi, or one of them. Matty's is at the top of the board, but Bloggist is not too far behind him. But he's been really stepping up in recent form. What a shot from Savannah.
Those are the best, man. Every single time you get that chance and you whiff it, you only think about, what if I actually hit that? I'd feel good about myself. For Sampi, I think it's a more regular occurrence. If you offer your head up like that on a silver platter, you're happy to oblige in decapitating it. But for Saul, that's only the equalization of the manpower. And they've still got that big AWP out. And a player incredibly proficient at using it. Story on the B site. If Sampi decides to go A, they might just have a great hit in front of them. 40 seconds. They're going to need to get a move on at some point.
I think the issue is they're going B. You're right. Timer limited factor. The only map control that Sampi really have got good ground in is short water. So now you're going into this setup. You're going into 3 players on the defense. First line of it is this AWP that fires off. What's even more? Story doing everything. Oh my goodness me. What a hold from Story.
Oh my, slide to the left. Chacha, real smooth. Slide back to the right. It usually goes checks around the corner, but well, which of the players? Jerks, he's caught in between a rock and a hard place. Slaps one out, maybe even on Tag, and he's got arrows helping him out. That's a huge letdown for Tag. Needed to at least trade himself out there.
That's really smart. You got the bait and switch. Rostos is just taking like 1 step back. He's actually waiting for that contact to come out of connector. The entire thing is to isolate the player on an island. There's good space being taken though by the alive. Good headshot as well. That's the AWP dispatched of. Jerks is on a really massive flank here. And Sampi are kind of looking back. They're checking over their shoulder. And Bloggers has now got all this responsibility, has to hold, but Jerks has gone down long instead.
That's good enough to catch them off guard, but if you're already checking behind, surely you take long into the calculation as well. But Mitras, he might just be a minus part of this calculation. Meanwhile, Jerks, he's creeping up closer and closer. The alive dead and out for the count. It's Bloggers. He's got an up to try and hold on. There's no smoke. That at least helps him. Hits the first shot. The timer is starting to tick at this point. So, on the defuse, Bloggers needs to hit this shot. Can he get another bullet in the chamber? Yes, he can, but it's after the fact. And Soul managed to get the round through.
Every single
story in a more propped up position, and when you look at the minimap, he's got nowhere to fall back on. And as soon as he whiffs the shot, he's going to need to help from his teammates. A second shot hit on the alive, but he's just outright in the middle of nowhere.
This is so rough. Oh, yeah. Especially with tag finding that shot. I mean, what can Roman really do about it? All these kills are coming in. You got to save here now if you're CT side. You can't go for it. It's so weird how they're playing A, gonna be honest. Like, there's no setups. It's just one player being left isolated, very individual. I understand that Saul want to lean towards B. It's quite common. It is typically what occurs on the CT side. But if you're not being proactive, if you're not taking this control, then it just feels really redundant.
Especially with an AWP, right? In the position that he was playing in, gave himself a tiny gap, and as soon as he whiffed it, alerting all the T's. And when Sampy figure out, oh, well, there's nobody else challenging us, you overwhelm an AWP. That's the way to take it down, and especially when Story isn't hitting his shots the way that he was on the first hold. Mattis does go down at the end of the round, but I mean, it's a little bit of butter on the toast, but playing off of contact on A, not really throwing any util over until they're so up close already. Basically shake their hands, and now they can go for that execute. Tag does check the corner, but Arrows is right there with them. Roman doesn't know it, but he can actually just grab that max, and they're rotating back over towards B with 26 seconds. Seems like they're stuck in purgatory for a little bit. Jerks does manage to catch a bullet in his apple. The alive opens it up, and Muterus, even if you kill the bomb planter, there's not a whole lot that you can do about this round. And he's not even in a position to kill the bomb planter. The swing wide, but the alive. Maybe, actually. No, Muterus is being held by Savannah. And the rest of this round is pretty straightforward.
Yep, there goes Bloggers. Just doing Bloggers things.
Angle. As soon as that smoke fades, he's the information that's gained and maybe even converted into kill. Arrows. Standing down into the open. Move through, dodges the flash, doesn't matter at all. The alive overwhelms him. Now you've just got a Famas out on the site. Jerk, sure, you get one, but how much else can you do with it? Hui gun, nothing on matters. That might just be the round done and over with. The Roman gets caught while he's mid-air. Matters. Oh my, he just keeps it rolling. Oh, wow. I mean, we already mentioned Mattis and how strong he was. And if that's the pop-off player, and the alive has not really been doing the greatest in this lineup, he's just been pulling his weight, but that doesn't make him a bad player whatsoever. Story. Few exit frags, no impact whatsoever. But Sampy, can there be another one of those CCT success stories that we found so many of? And we found that all out during the major. In teams like Gamer Legion, Aurora.
Essential. 7 rounds to 2. T-side overpass. This is looking insanely good from Sampy.
Aggression, though, at the fountain. But his blood might be the one that gets spilled. Bloggers already kills Roma, but he's not taking this into the equation. Story, nice kill, but stepping into the smoke. Chris does find another kill with a 5-7, tries to duke it out, takes his gloves off, but Savannah, he's got an AK pulled out of his back pocket, and at that point, your fists will do nothing, nada. Sampy looks to convert another one. So they've just got Deagles left remaining, and oh wow. Sampy in a position where it looks like they can't lose out the half anymore.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, I'm just looking at the opponents they beat to get through to the playoffs, right? They lost to 9 Pandas, a team that just beat Into the Breach. But then they beat Unlucko 5, which is like the Loba Letcro mix, GTZ, and an Anonymo. So it's impressive, but that Anonymo game was so close as well. Didn't expect this kind of like level from them. I definitely didn't. But it's good to see that they are performing like it, and they're not kind of falling over these potential little trip hazards. And off, and he's waiting just for this rotation. He's so aware that they're going to push long here. It's only a matter of time. It all comes down to this. He's turned around. He's holding for it. But do you expect 2 more players there?
At that point, they're going to need to spend so much time clearing him out. And meanwhile, the Alive has been able to find himself a trip down to the bank as well. The dude behind the till isn't too nice, but Muturis, he gets another kill untagged. There's a player, was a player long. Needs to make sure that he takes that in his brain, but the only thing that he takes is Mattis's bullet. Case of lead. Live rent-free. And Sampy double. Been the fact that that's been going wrong. I mean, he's still the top fragger, so certainly no blame to be pinned on him. In general, it's never one man's fault entirely. They're just not playing like a team. Roman doesn't need a team in this particular instance, though. Kills Mattis, and that is the top hitter for Sampy.
This is good, though, that he has backed off. They're actually going to call another rotation over. So Saw have got all the right pieces in the right place. I think Story's shoulder just got spotted out on long. He's dead right now. The Alive will deal with him. And actually fires up on Mutiris. Roman now needs to hold his nerve, hold the line, but Blog gets instantaneously trades. Suddenly it's a 2 versus 2, and Sampy, they've got a shot.
10 seconds. Bomb goes down. Molly arrives too late. Jerks tries to get up close, but they're already up closer. Maybe something in the smoke, but Arrows, he's now giving his position away for sure. Spraying through, trying to find an opener at all cost. But it might be all cost. When he peeks out and there's an orb holding him. Arrows, there's no real way out. Shows his head. What a flick out of Bloggis. And Sampy close it out. That was such a good looking round.
Expect out of him. He does deliver, and that gives Sampy that opening. And what's smart is you see the way that they reposition, they fall back over towards Dice. Plays it very safe. This one's very aggressive out of Saw. The Alive does deal with one, but he's now boxed in. Needs to try and escape. Tags, holding for Mutiris. He just goes wandering, just completely in the open.
Mattis as well on the B site already. It's just one kill in the way, but the bomb is down. They're going to need to try and retrieve that, but Mattis got messed up on the timing. And Arrows, no trouble converting that. Jerks, however, stepped loudly in. Tags is going to find him out, tries to spray him through the wall, realizes that doesn't do enough damage, so swings wider. And Sampy, always from a position where it seems like they're trailing by 1 kill. It stays at that. They manage to find it back, and then they turn it around. Savannah getting the kill on Story. They don't really account for Arrows, but he's got an MP9. It's a vicious one, but Savannah, he now knows that he can just move over towards A, make it a foot race, but he's got a molly to at least block off a quick trailing. He gets the reposition wherever he wants. Arrows, of course, going to be aware of this. And all is going to come down to Arrows.
Do you expect this, though, if you're a Rostos? Do you expect this push through? Potentially, he's holding for it. Oh, he's being so patient. This is the correct play. Rostos should have the clutch in the palm of his hand. It's a stalemate. Shadow spotted. Kill secured. Really smart clutch.
He had a smoke. He had a kit. Had everything that he needed to go for a play like that. But smart play. Commendable, Arrows. And then you look at the...
Because it is. Boost coming in for Sampy as well. Matties. Oh, I was going to say dealt with. Well, he will be now. Good spam. But the damage, it might already have been done.
Certainly to the confidence. But that's already been chipped away at continuously Saw. They've only got a tiny speck of hope left. That might just all be squished here. If you manage to hold on to Zonic's Law, I guess there's something. The odds, whichever way, will still be heavily against them. Sampy. They've been great at keeping themselves in this. In rounds where Saul found the opener. Sampy. Then Saul again. Then Sampy. And then Sampy somewhere find 2 kills in a row. And turn the tide. Story. Not by his lonesome. The shot goes next to him, whistling past him. Oh, it gets tagged up a whole lot. It's Tag who gets a kill on Roman, and this is all falling apart again for Saul. Tag, he wants to aggress even further. Too much movement speed for Story to try and flick onto. And the bomb is going to go down. 2v4 retake, but there's only a util part in arrows. He's thrown in Molly. And this is just over, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be. Smoke's going to fade in a second. That gives an opportunity on the player. But it's actually tagged. Oh, sure. Never mind. Doesn't even wait for the smoke to fade. Just fires one single bullet. And that's enough. Sampy, 12 rounds on their T side. That is ridiculous.
Insane. And the point that you brought up earlier as well, that... But...
She tries to watch. She likes nuke. That's it.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll get that. Focus. Decides not to shoot, I guess. He's turned into a pacifist.
That was a bit weird, yeah.
Sampy, how do you respond after going a man down this time around? It's on the pistols. 2 flashes to at least get themselves into the site. That's just a decoy, no smoke at all. That could have been lights out for Sampy in this round. There goes the flash. Another one maybe to follow. Mattis, he's had a look over, but he doesn't check his corners properly, and the rest of them are all struggling for a little bit, but then they find that opener. That's all they need. Give Sampy an inch, and they'll take a mile. Even more so, they'll burn down your house entirely. Story gets a kill, but they're still on the defuse. Tagged in an impossible position, though. 1v2 had to hold on while the Alive was defusing, and Saul, they do pull through.
Let's kick things off. This is cool, a little boost. Oh, don't get the kill like that.
It's fine. Especially since Saul have taken no map control off of the back of that at all. Uh-oh. No chance at a refrag at all. Bloggers just gets free control over long. When it's a scout, all you really need to do is tag him up. He's going to have another one of those opportunities. Backstand before that can really turn into a fruitful one. Fully needs to dive into the bank. Find a second life. Kind of like the 1600s where you can buy your ticket to heaven. Oh, wow. That eagle eyes. Plucks him out of the ground, I guess. A 2v3 still. Oh, wow. This is over. There's no way that Roman can do anything. They've tapped the bomb.
For him.
Yeah. Like, there's just literally nothing. He needs to hold on to it. Maybe he gets a kill on the MP9, but now that the AK is out into the open, they'd love to snag that up, and they managed to. Second guessing, perhaps. Smoke goes down now. With 40 seconds, that certainly puts a strain on the timer that Saul put on this round. They still have another venture. Savannah, he hears that flash being pulled, peeks out of it, but Bloggers only gets the one, then gets overwhelmed by Jerks. There's an A4 still left in the Alive. Another moment where you get to show your A4 proficiency. The bullet, certainly, that's not going to be the issue. But they're rotating back in towards B. What a decision by Saul. They're going to have enough time.
They haven't shown this as well. Futurus even finds tagged. This round's all said and done. Matty's in the Alive. I mean, you kind of feel a little bit incentivized to go for it, given how successful you've been on the map in general, but this is the right decision. Just saving, bringing these rifles forward. What a mid-round call from Saw, by the way. 21 seconds on the clock. They drop all their utility in towards A. They go, nah, we'll kill everyone over here, but we'll actually go the other way. So smart. 5th round. That's what they needed. Yet again, though, it's baby steps. We're really not going to sit here at this present moment and be like, oh my god, Sora coming back.
Nah. No way. If the first half, every single round was incredibly close, but it just about tipped in the favor of Sam. Where nobody expects you to pull through anymore. At the same time, if you make the comeback and you still end up losing, that's only the more crushing. Roman, opening duel, gets that. And Savannah, he'll just pick up the AK, get back into hiding.
Good information that's been taken as well by Sampy because they saw the triple nade setup come in. They're like, okay, well, there's 3 players out towards B. That's why they try and double push in towards connector. But it's good from Roman to be that insurance policy, just keeping that piece of Macro under lock and key. The Alive now searching, trying to find a kill potentially, and he might be given one here. Mac 10, feet spotted 4-3. That's a really decent one for the Alive to pick up because now we can just fall back away, and it's limited control that Saw have got. They now need to go walk in these different positions, and that's where Savannah can activate on this AK.
Well, it's the Alive who wins that duel on Muteris, just as we switch off. So, rolling down. His problem is Story. He's the bomb carrier, and he's got to think that all of this is clear. Savannah, it's got a nasty surprise for him. He's going to be able to call all this through. Surely Sampy expect them to be on the site, but now that Story's been able to move through, I don't think you expect somebody to be this close behind. They're still checking it. Nice shot out of Story. Savannah, this is where it'll activate. See Story as well as the Alive actually gets that kill through. Now they know where Jerks is. He can't do anything, and that means Sampy will be in 14.
Yeah, good round. What's nice there as well is I thought Savannah had missed that timing. I thought that he was just going way too slow. Saw were then going to turn around and deal with him. But he actually times it like Sampy. You don't want to allow Saw a chance to warm up into the map. 16-6, 16-7. That's still a statement piece.
And you're on the CT side as well, so that economy is, of course, going to be tough. If you lose a round, that's basically another one converted in the pocket of Saw. The flash was there, but it didn't blind Jerks at all, and that's a blind of a shot on Savannah thereafter.
Look at this crossfire. Still got 2 players on A here. Well, I guess they're alive, but in actual fact, they got to be careful that they don't get bamboozled by another fake. You send one player down in towards B, that bomb, it's going through monster, so it's committed here to this lower bomb site. And for Sampy, they just need to not second guess themselves.
Flash on tagged, fighting it out. Not much fight left anymore as the second FAMAS. That will do a bit of damage, but or Sampy rather. They're just arriving too late. Jerks jiggle peeks out a little bit, taps away every single time. Might be an opener here, but Arrows tucks his head back in. Loggers. Okay, now you go for this again. Story, however, shut that down real quick, and now they're just going to double swing. Nothing that Bloggers can do. Tried to go for the spray transfer, but he hadn't even confirmed the kill. One Story
on the T side comparatively to that of the defense. That's going to be at the back of their minds as well. This is nice. This is just dotting your I's, crossing your T's. Good utility being thrown in, but he now might overlook Savannah because there's 2 mollies that have gone in. Savannah's not been affected, but Roman's being so patient that I feel like he'll definitely clear this now. Everyone's holding for everything. This is a very slow round of Counter-Strike. And
wait, what the hell is Arrow?
Yeah, I was going to say,
there?
Rosdos has just walked through B. It's just on A. Why not?
Oh, wow. Yeah, this round was already kind of done and over with. And Bloggers, he gets the one, and that's him done. Sampy, they don't even really manage to do damage.
Yeah. There is team play towards B, but you're right, over towards A, it's very much one and done. Also, what you got to consider is Sampy been playing that position that Bloggers was in for a number of these rounds, so it's going to be expected. Good starting connector. Roman dealing with Matties, but that's a great trade. Oh, but then I guess it doesn't even matter because all the kills are coming anyway for Saw. 2 versus 3. They actually haven't got that much map control. It still gets a bit scary. Story's now throwing smokes, which gives over info to Bloggers, but he's dead.
That's it.
So I guess it doesn't matter.
And tagged 35 HP in a big dream. Mutris doesn't spot his booty and tagged. He done nice the bomb plant, but he didn't take Mutris. And that's going to be the 9th for Saw. Look at that bomb plant.
Too much emotion.
Push up here by Sampy. They're making a lot of noise. We're on board with Story, and that's the bomb down. Oh, gotten by Tag, but he won't really be able to get that.
No.
Oh, this is surely not right. Surely not. This is where it falls apart.
It all depends on Mutiris. Because in theory, the AWP tagged is going to turn back around.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great kill. That's exactly what Mutiris needed to do. But now this gets even weirder because technically they can come through Monster and you know that Mutiris has got the space and the angle. Oh. The flank doesn't do anything.
Ooh, well, it does something. Savannah does get another kill when Savannah doesn't have armor. And at this point, you're at a crossroads. It's a 2-on-2. Savannah surely has got a rifle laying about somewhere, right? Did Saul get rid of all the rifles there? Seems like it. Do you even go for this? You've got an AWP. It's going to be an important piece to have in the next round. Tagged. He's looking over. Obviously no kits, and since they've just invested in the Eagles. And Tagged. Trying to bait them out with a shot. There's nothing going on here. Savannah on the opposite side, and now you run. Head for the hills if you're tagged. You want to get a kill on your way out, but you're tagged up yourself. They'll survive, though. So they do avert crisis, but only barely.
That's all because of Mutiris, though. Just his positioning, his timing.
Slowly about it as well. So much utility left over in the pockets of Saw, but Sampy, they've got ample to respond with. Flashes go over, they don't even throw the smokes. Tag is alive first, and he gets a double. Jerk finally is able to respond. Tagged with another now coming and activating from barrels. Arrows well blinded up, does get the kill converted, and it's a 2v3. No post plant though, and they've only got 16 seconds to try and plant that bomb. Arrows creeping up, they've got somebody coming in from behind. Arrows is going to be able to clear out the corner. Nobody's gatekeeping short. The alive gets the kill on Story, and surely this is over now. But Arrows, he might just have them lined up. It's bloggers instead, and Sampy finally found fight 15.
Yeah, that was actually really well done. Good reaction out of Sampy. You don't actually give over that much space. You don't fight for these portions of...
Can't have a derailment. No chance of recovery at that point.
Oh,
wow.
They go aggressive, they get punished. Some people have tried that monster pop play, I think. That's either the second or third time they've gone for it. Absolutely punished. And that's honestly orchestrated as well by the fact that Roman's been dropped a second molly to allow him to clear connector just himself. That's a cool little detail that's sort of been implemented into their default. But it's been enabled an extra player to come over. The Alive, having a great game so far, hits kill number 27 and just backs off. He doesn't want to be trapped into that corner. Well, I say that, he's just fighting. That is a little bit brave.
I'm not locked in the cage with you. You're locked in here with me. When in the end he does find his senses. That's a nifty little angle by Savannah.
Yeah, we call that giraffe when I play my little games of Counter-Strike, because you get your neck up.
Yeah. He sticks it out.
Yeah.
Get yourself out on a chopping block. Usually chopping a Keras. And again, we'll just have the timer running down. No way that Bloggers goes for it unless he wants to land in a psych ward. He'd be a fool to go for it.
The reason for me saying, oh yeah, the position's called giraffe is because it was Savannah in it, and I thought it was funny.
Right.
But like that went, I didn't have enough time to like set it up because Saw just executed. But that was the design, and that's why I brought it up because I was like, no, what? And I was gonna be like, what is he talking about? It was just for a joke, guys. Very
It's a
funny.
prank. There's a camera
Yeah.
there. Pluggus does get an exit kill here as well. Station. Savannah. There's something sticking out here. Jerks is looking at it like there is, but yeah, I think it's just an invisible weapon. Yeah. Jerks 100% saw a barrel, and Savannah, we just didn't see the weapon that's in his hand. He was close enough for the A1S to be sticking out. So they're just going to have another round. Sampi are not going to try this, and at some point, you're going to lose the venom. You hunt here, right? A little bit?
What's that?
You hunt here, right? A little bit at least?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a great time to hunt. You can see that our Rosdos is definitely going for it. Matties should have him. Yep. Oh! Nice!
Spoke before our turn.
He's rated. The Alive will trade. So that is an AK. But now you know exactly where he is. Muteris will give this one a look in. This is the only rifle you can afford to throw away now. If you lose one more player, then that's it. I don't think you should be hunting that now. I feel that's a lot of casualties. But I guess that they got the money. It's okay. You're entering the closer stages of the game. The premium of weapons is certainly...
Cool. They've only got one player over towards B. And Arrows decides that he wants more information about this, but you've only got 30 seconds to find it out. Roman, he finds the head of Savannah, does well in the duel against Mattis, but Saw, they don't care that there's 5 on this site. They'll still overwhelm it. The Alive peeks out, but Jerks will just shut him down. And there's no way out for Tagged. He's locked in the cage. Spotted as well. Gets a kill on Jerks. Economy not an issue at all for Saw. But Tagged, he's running away. They've done the math. They're not going to be able to buy up properly. He actually stays around. Wants to fake him out, but Muteris, did he see him? No, absolutely not.
This was, I'll be honest, a really scrappy round of Counter-Strike from Sampi. Given the situation, given the ramifications of that round, you've got everyone in the right place. You've got 4 players up towards A.
Just a flash and a smoke left over. Saw.
The Alive has spammed every clip apart from one. In his gun. Oh, no way.
Arrows tagged up as well. Oh, the kill found by Tagged. And Sampi, they don't need utility. Just the rifles will do it. So, this would be a heart-wrenching defeat. You've gone so far. Jerks. Can't open the door. That will alert Pluggus and will activate Mattis' swing. And that's exactly what's happened. Wait, Pluggus, he just doesn't respond at all, but he stays on the angle. He's the one to finish it out. Sampi still 16-14.
I'm speechless. I am absolutely speechless. Saw do all the hard bit, right? They get it to within 1 round. And then it's spams. It's a double kill. It is absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea how Sampi won that round out. Honestly, I'm in disbelief.
Oh my god. I mean, it's a spectacular moment for Mattis to finally...